Okay, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. This is my NFL playoff predictions. Yes, as you guys can tell, this is from the NFL Instagram page. This was the 100th anniversary. This is the 100th anniversary of NFL football. And I got done watching that Seahawks 49ers game. Seahawks got robbed. Let's face it, they got absolutely robbed. That was pass interference on that 3rd and goal play, and it was near the end of the game, so it mattered. It mattered big time. And that was definitely... And they also missed a roughing the passer call on the 49ers during that drive, which is kind of... Even though... And that was what caused Wilson to overthrow his receiver. He was hit hard as he threw it. But anyways... Moving on, we got playoff football coming up. Here we go. First up, we got a freaking blowout. We got the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. This game's in Foxborough. Absolutely no chance the Titans win this game. Patriots in an absolute blowout. This is my lock of the wild card round, and it won't even be close. I am never picking the Titans to win in a big game unless they prove me that they can stay consistent in big games. They always collapse when they're pressured in big moments. And yeah, New England freaking owns the Titans too. New England wins this one easily here. New England wins, and I got New England dropping a 50 burger. Patriots win this one 52-10. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. This game's in Houston. Buffalo just doesn't know how to win a playoff game. They haven't won a playoff game since they last made the Super Bowl. The Texans recently won a playoff game in 2016. That was without Watson. Buffalo is not as good as the Colts were last year. So yeah, give me the Texans here. I don't see Buffalo. I don't see the Bills beating the Texans, even though the Bills got a good defense. It's just that they can't stop a good offense in the Texans. Plus, the Bills got 31 dropped on them by Philadelphia at home. Really? And it was a blowout, too, because Buffalo's offense is not impressive. Josh Allen struggles to beat a good team. In fact, the Steelers really aren't that good of a team. They're just all defense, and they have no offense. Moving on, we got a rematch of the 2017 NFC Divisional Round, which was a fluke. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. This game's at the Superdome. That game was in Minnesota. Now this game's in New Orleans, and Kirk Cousins can never beat the Saints. Kirk Cousins cannot win in a playoff game. He can't beat a good team. He's winless when he struggles on national television. I mean, when the Vikings are on national television, Kirk Cousins struggles. Minnesota has to rely on Dalvin Cook if they're going to win this game. But the thing is, the Saints have a great pass rush. They have one of the best pass rushers in the game in Cam Jordan, and they also got a good And their secondary, while being good, they have given up some big plays like that George Kittle play, which they didn't grab the face mask. Gold would have missed that game-winning field goal. I got the Saints winning. This game's at the Superdome. They hardly ever lose there, even though they lost to the 49ers and Falcons this year. If they played the 49ers again, they would have beat them. The 49ers are really not that good, honestly. I already know about that. Moving on. Oh, this game's going to be over real quickly. We got the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Philly. This game is on NBC. Yeah, no way Seattle loses to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is really not that good. We really just let freaking Lonzo Ball go off on us. Really. So, yeah. Give me Seattle here over Philadelphia. Philadelphia just doesn't look really good. As a division winner, they're the weakest team in the playoffs by far. Give me the Seahawks to win here by a final of 27-3. Alright, moving on to divisional round. Here's an upset. We got the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. This game's at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Yeah, give me New England here. It's freaking Tom Brady in the playoffs. You can't freaking count that man out. We all learned that lesson last year. Everyone counted New England out of winning a Super Bowl, and he won a Super Bowl last year. More so the Patriots defense and Julian Edelman, but the Patriots have a really good defense. They actually know Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes really didn't do much. It's just bad officiating, and I hate the Patriots. But that was bad officiating that cost them that win over Kansas City. And and to be honest here, if there's any team I wouldn't want to go against, it's freaking New England, because when in the playoffs, it's New England because of Tom freaking Brady. I've accepted the fact that Tom Brady plays his best come playoff time. And I think Tom Brady's going to will them to this win over the Kansas City Chiefs and beat them 37-34 in another thrilling game over the Chiefs. Then we got the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. This game's in Baltimore. Baltimore clinched the 1 seed. They haven't lost since friggin' September. They are red hot. They haven't lost in 2 whole months. They've been undefeated the rest of the way. This is the best Baltimore Ravens team I've ever seen, and I don't really see anyone beating them. Maybe New England could beat them because it's freaking Tom Brady, but then again, and Baltimore already blew out Houston at home. I have no doubt they beat them again. I think Baltimore wins this one. On here, 27-24 is going to be a lot closer than what people think it will be. Moving on, oh no, we got my team and the team I do not want to go against, the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. This game's at Lambeau. I don't care that this game's at Lambeau. The Saints are a better team than we are. I mean, they went, 7 in a row or something like that without Drew Brees. Come on. Come on. They have Drew Brees. We hardly freaking beat that guy. I mean, sure, it's at Lambeau Field, but I do not want to play the Saints. They are angry. They want a Super Bowl. Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback to play the game. Give me the Saints over my Packers. Think we lose this one by a final of 37-34. Then moving on, a huge upset coming up for me. We have the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This game's at San Francisco. The 49ers are really not as good as people think they are. They very well could have lost to the Saints. They could have lost again to the Seahawks. They lost to the Falcons at home. They could have lost to the Steelers. And we all know the Steelers are really not that good. They're all defense. They have no offense whatsoever. That's what happens when you lose good playmakers. You go from being one of the top offenses and worst defenses to being one of the best defenses and worst offenses. So, yeah, this game's a no-cut. So, yeah, this game for me, I got the Seahawks. Plus, the Seahawks literally beat them in San Francisco on Monday night. 49ers I've had going one and done in the playoffs for a while now, unless they got the 5 seed. I've had the 49ers going one and done. I don't think they're as good as it is people make them out to be. So yeah, I got Seattle winning 27-24. Then the AFC title game, we have the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. This game's in Baltimore. Ravens beat them in Week 9. Now, the Patriots will be more prepared for Lamar Jackson, but I think the Ravens will win this one. But it will be a close, hard-fought game because the Ravens give New England all they can handle, like, all the time. And New England, well, let's face it, they're the best defensive team in football. And I think that Tom Brady's going to play well, but the thing is, the Ravens outplay them big time in this AFC title game. And the Ravens go to Miami and win by a final of 27-23. Then we got the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. This game would be in the Superdome. I'm going to go what happened in Week 3. The Saints humiliated them in Seattle. The Seahawks just got 2 garbage time touchdowns. It was 33-14 entering the fourth quarter. And then the Seahawks just got 2 garbage time touchdowns with 5 minutes left in the game. Yeah, I think the Saints humiliate them again. This game's at the Superdome. I'm taking the Saints to win here by a final of 35-20. I got the Seahawks getting a garbage time touchdown. All right, moving on. In the Super Bowl, we have the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. This game's in Miami. This is the Super Bowl. Yeah. If this happens, if all these matchups happen the way I predict them to, then this would probably be the Super Bowl, Ravens and Saints. Now, since Week 9, the Baltimore Ravens have been my pick to win the Super Bowl, and I'm riding with that here. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. The only other AFC team I could see winning it is New England, because the AFC is really freaking weak. While the NFC, they got Seattle, New Orleans, Green Bay, and San Francisco as contenders. Though the 49ers may not be as good as people make them out to be, they're not as good as their record indicates. They're only the 1 seed because they beat Green Bay head-to-head and they beat New Orleans head-to-head. If they didn't beat either of those teams, nor did they beat Seattle, the Saints would be the 1 seed and Green Bay would be the 2 seed. So, yeah, I think the Ravens win over the Saints. I think they just own Drew Brees. Like, Drew Brees has only beaten the Ravens like once. And I think he falls to 1-5 against the Ravens. So I think the Ravens win this game in the Super Bowl, and they come home with the Lombardi Trophy, and Lamar Jackson celebrates an MVP season. I got the Ravens winning by a final of 35-31 because Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback to play the game. Anyway, that's going to do it. Bye. And Lamar is also a great quarterback. See ya.